welcome back then, ladies and gentlemen. They were so keen to get underway with the next game. They already are into the pistol. It's going to be Fnatic up against EnVy here for the theScore eSports Hot Match of the Week. And let's see what is already starting to transpire. On the CT side, we have Fnatic. On the T side, we have EnVy, and you have just joined us. I'm Alex Machine Richardson, joined by Mitch Ubershouts Leslie.
Two teams here that really thrive at making big rounds out of being in very negative financial circumstances here, but both actually have fairly weak pistol rounds as far as we've seen. But Flusher takes down Kenny. Apex is actually pushing towards Checkers as well, and he'll be able to respond. Kiyoshima also chiming in. Now it's just Olafmeister and Crims to try and make something of this one for their team. EnVyUS have won 35% of their pistol rounds over the last 3 months. It's just as well they're good at ecos, that's for sure. And Fnatic, honestly, are in a similar position. They don't normally win a lot of their pistol rounds here. So I want to see the impact of getting that pistol round win. Whoa. See if that leads out to anything. But Olafmeister is getting involved now. He's here, and he's here to stay. Getting 2 kills, and Crims is also below him as well. Happy trying to come up behind him there. Kiyoshima takes down Olaf, and it's going to be Crims left on his lonesome. And that'd be EnVyUS winning the pistol.
Starting then with only one redeeming feature being Olaf, but there we do see a nice start for EnVy into that one. 2 for Keo, Apex picking up his first, and just the 2 survivors of that one. And look at this SMG buy from EnVy. We are going to be seeing... Oh, I thought it was going to be 3. Got a little excited there, but still 2 MAC-10s put into the play. It's going to be Kenny and Happy who are going gangster mode into this. And on the other side of things, just the Kevlar for Flusher. The rest of them steering clear.
JW you can see pushing in towards A main, and Fnatic setting up quite forward on that A side. Still a bomb to boost in around mid mostly here as well. And it's just Kiyoshima really looking at B. So I have to see where EnVyUS want to go with this one. 2 MAC-10s, 1 Galil, and 2 AK-47s to their names. And Apex has already taken a little bit of a bruising.
Now, I'm more interested to see how Fnatic structure this stack, because you can hear the squeaky does get swung open by Happy. That's going to capture the attention of both JW and Crims. And in fact, Olaf as well. Surely going to be locking his eyes on towards Squeaky. He does do just that. The bomb on its way towards A as well. So this isn't necessarily a bait and switch, more just a little bit of a recce. As Apex does immediately take Olaf out of the running. Crims is low, hiding in NBK. Fnatic are keeping the T side honest, keeping them guessing, but it does look like just a question of time. I say that JW does more damage with his CZ before finally being put to bed, and now all then onto Crims, just the Deagle. But then again, we saw what Deagles can do as of late. Not going to happen this time. Kenny's MAC-10 is a little too much, and we are going to be seeing then the second consecutive round for EnVy. The fact that Fnatic didn't choose to buy whatsoever meant that they were really looking to have a very, very comfortable third round. Well, excuse me, Mass is hard 4th. And so again, we are going to be seeing just a couple of nades and a P250 for 3 of them.
There is a lot of respect coming out here from EnVyUS towards Fnatic as well. The pace of that round should definitely be an indicator of this fact. We did see Apex actually, who made his way on towards Highway, and that was where things start to be opened up here. They used mid well, EnVyUS, but now Fnatic looks like they want to deny that now with the JW pushing up really aggressively. He gets taken out by Happy, and Happy wants to get another spray down right here. Crims has gone quite low, but so is Happy, and Happy bites off a little bit more than he can chew, and Flusher will send him south. Back and forth here as Kiyoshima takes on Pronax as Flusher thinks about Vent for a second, then goes into mid.
Those 2 frags are reward enough in this round. An AK is an addition for Flusher. That's big. And, I mean, the bomb, it's going to be planted on towards B. And I think Fnatic are just going to be quite happy with what they've already achieved in this one, especially considering just how low they are. I mean, Olaf sitting on 18, Crims not too much more. And what? Keo catches Crims! Unbelievable! Now then, just Olaf and Flusher remain. I mean, they're just trying to keep that AK alive. I think that's the clearest thing. Not again, don't you dare! He tickles him! Just so close, down to 18. He's been desperately trying to keep that little scrap of health he has left. It does look like he's going to go away unscathed, as are EnVy. And the AK is preserved as well. Good work then from Fnatic, making the best out of a bad situation with just their USPs in hand. And that's going to be a very, very strong start into this one for EnVy as well, getting those 3. And look at this shot from Keo. What was the indicator? Was it Crims just making a little scrap of noise, even finding his head through that as well?
Doesn't get much better than that, lining that kind of stuff up there. But, I mean, look, Fnatic, you could see they were wanting to play these first 2 rounds fairly conservatively after losing the pistol. So, yeah, absolutely, you're dead right. They're more than happy with that result. But now Olafmeister moving forward in towards mid. At least being a presence there, smoking up. and EnVyUS making their way towards A. Pronax will be waiting there as well, flashing towards A main. He'll set himself over towards Quad, some wallbang as well in towards Squeaky. He's taken a little bit of damage, but he's returned something happy now. It's just Pronax on the A side right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Fnatic rotate comes in rather swiftly. Yep, JW and Olaf are on the way, and it doesn't, maybe a little too late, as it's just going to come down to the two of them. Never tell a lie, all four members of Fnatic have made themselves known, and now it's going to be Olaf who draws first blood, but immediately Envy bite back and bite back hard. That's 3 between Keo and Kenny. And then, I was going to say, it comes down to 2, but just 1 as Kenny finds his second of the round. And that, my friends, was EnVyUS just claiming the A site for themselves. Fnatic getting a little caught out on that rotate, forced into maybe the less than ideal positions, and that's going to be then all onto Crim to just try and keep the EnVyUS boys honest. He does so by taking Happy out of the running.
Happy being the key player for EnVyUS against Fnatic last night, but despite him going down, it definitely seems like EnVyUS are in control here. Last time Fnatic played Cage, it was actually against TSM, and it was a loss for them as well. They lost 16-9. So, again, I don't want to read into that one too much here as well. We know what Fnatic are definitely capable of here. So, no, sorry, that was Envy who actually lost to TSM. So, still something I did want to bring up here. Fnatic now have to let those 4 rounds go by the wayside. Crim still has the M4 in hand here. But I mean, such aggression pushing towards that A side. Kiyoshima coming over the top of that red container and just getting the work done as well. Olafmeister looked like he got caught midway up on that ladder there as well. A bit unfortunate for him. You can't really rely on your accuracy when you're on a ladder at all. It just doesn't work at all. So let's now see what Fnatic go for. Olaf not going towards mid this time. JW will do that instead, and he will just set up close towards Highway. Flasher actually with the AWP in hand this time over at B.
Yeah, so Fnatic not going to be making the same mistake again, making sure they have plenty of presence on towards the A side. But Envy have other plans. They're going through middle, and actually Apex is going to be the arrowhead in towards that highway area. Not going to be happening as Olaf just managed to go for the Mag 7 snipe. Hold on a second, I only just saw what weapon he is indeed wielding from that range, but fortunately Happy's not going to let him pick up any more. In fact, Happy's going to do one better as he finds 2. Crim's fortunately finally finding that frag, but in the meantime, Envy have made good work in towards B. Kenny through check as he's going to be trying to get that bomb down, unless Flusher can catch him on the cross. He's going to be able to do just that before the flash catches him, and now he has the bomb.
Wow, that's really unfortunate bouncing of where the bomb ended up here. Now they have to challenge Flusher to get this bomb away, but he misses the first shot. He will almost get taken down, and he does, but Crims is there to at least respond and make this into a 1v1. Kiyoshima has a grenade in his hand. He does have that AK, and he's got the bomb. 3 important factors. He's now going to get behind those boxes. He might even challenge here and fake it up just to try and take Crims off guard. Crims very quiet last night in Fnatic's loss to EnVyUS. But this time there's a bit of weight on his shoulders right now to make something special happen here. 2 kills already for him in this round, and he's got to challenge his 1v1.
Does have a good idea that Keo's going to be coming towards upper, but then again he was second-guessing himself. Quick flick is all it takes, and Keo does find Crims' head, and EnVyUS continuing. 8 frags for Keo as well. He is looking outstanding. Just 5 rounds in, 5-0, yet to get off the starting marker so far here in the Pro League. And look at this. You can just see that so far, Envy have never really had a perfect round. Every single time they have been tested by Fnatic, but so far, so good.
Fnatic now, well, hoping to just throw something together here, I think, as Pronax does have the CZ in hand. There's a couple of Deagles as well as JW actually not going to buy anything. Or they might come back to haunt him there as he does go and get taken down by MBK, but Flusher as well. Great response. The Deagle towards Apex was on point. And now let's have a look at where the setups are. EnVyUS still mostly towards mid. They're actually going to rotate away from that B side, but Happy, there's a bit of aggression coming in. Then that was Pronax trying to be a menace in mid. He is sent packing by Kiyoshima though, and EnVyUS with the player advantage. And they're on the move towards A. I
like this from Olaf, though. I think he's hearing footsteps in A main. He's going to be making the call to his team. Not only that, he's going to be creeping and crawling from behind. He could cause damage here. They have vacated A main, though, and the damage done to his teammates, which does spell trouble for one man and his Deagle. Going to be able to do enough. Actually hitting 2 shots does chunk the French down, but no kills coming in. No permanent damage done. And it's just going to be NBK then, who continues to pick up more frags, as it does look like that's going to be still just Pronax and JW sitting on 1 frag for them and 10 for Keo, who's started phenomenally. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see him continue to get a little bit, I don't want to say over-aggressive, but whenever I see an outstanding player on EnVyUS, I usually expect them to go for something a bit crazy.
Yeah, and Kiyoshima as well has been doing just that, and he's actually been able to make it work. A lot of mid-air shots that he's connecting, so that's to his credit. We'll see it when he bites off more than he can chew if it ever does happen. Pronax pushing up aggressively in towards mid. Smoke is obscuring EnVyUS, but Pronax will be there. He sprays down 1. He's looking for the spray down on Apex, and he gets it. Bomb is dropped in mid as well, and Kenny S now now thinking twice about poking up on that boost spot.
That's big, and that's going to be potentially the first step towards Fnatic's first round. Prodex doesn't look like he's finished just yet. He's going to try and catch an angle on Kenny, but that Molly's going to force him out. Does land the tag, but not enough. Pronex gets his third. This is incredible from the Fnatic in-game leader, and now mid-control is seized. The bomb is lost, and Envy realized that it would have to be quite a miracle in order to acquire anything with this one, other than getting away with their lives. Doesn't look like that's going to be happening either. Pronex with 4, surely not a 5th. He sprays and actually does connect a whole lot of bullets. It's just 12 points of health now left on Happy, and this could be beautiful. Olaf snatches what could have been the ace. He even landed a heavy, heavy tag, and that is going to be Fnatic's first.
Aggression in mid. You see, Fnatic are not willing to give that one up. We've actually saw it earlier tonight on Case. Pronex is right here to get the spray down. It almost goes awry against Apex, but he's there. He's really pushing the envelope here. And Fnatic, even after losing 6 in a row, are not willing to give over those positional advantages to EnVyUS. And it's definitely taken them off guard. They had an AWP watching A and AWP watching B. It's going to be very hard for Envy to break through later on that round.
And look what we're seeing again. We're no stranger now to the double AWP play, and it's going to be coming out not only on Train here on Cash as well. Something that Titan do like to do as well. This time it's Fnatic who decide to wield it. JW and Olaf picking it up, and oh, JW was the first to be tested, didn't quite hit his shot, and it's going to cost the Ace side and the Fnatic side dearly. Look at this go! Just taking it in turns. 1 frag apiece for the majority of them. Kenny was the one to take 2. And now, just Olaf. He does have his AWP, and I don't think Apex is going to be anticipating him quite in spawn. And Olaf has to decide, do I even want to show myself here? I guess I'm going to have to now. Just pick up one with the PT50. Not going to get the second. And decision not quite aiding the Fnatic cause there.
Now, it's hard to kind of know what Olafmeister was trying to go for there.
But could you not have sat in spawn and maybe kept the AWP or go for something crazy? It's a tough one.
Yeah, I mean, but the real problem there stemmed from JW. Unfortunately, he is only 1 kill and 7 deaths right now, so he's really struggling to make that impact. It was a shot that he had the first peek on there. He was already watching the angle, and for him to lose that to Kenny S, I mean, Kenny S is brilliant, but it is worrying. He's now going to go for the mag 7, maybe change things up, get up nice and close and personal, and see if he can disrupt Envy on their push.
Always makes me laugh when JW does pick up the mag 7, but you know, considering how he AWPs, it's almost like he has a mag 7 all the time. They're going up nice, close and personal, no matter what weapon is in his hands. And now, just look like an early exchange has been favourable for Fnatic, as Happy does bite the dust, and we are seeing a wall of blue just all the way across Cash, a big line of it, as they have got a whole lot of mid-control. Apex looks to challenge that, but just for a second before Flusher does return.
Not bad from Apex, but he was definitely putting himself out in the open to take that kill. And now most of EnVyUS are thinking about B. Long and hard. They get to push it as Olafmeister starts to sneak his way into position. He's actually on the side, just around the corner. Very, very hard to deal with if you're EnVyUS now. So how do they go for it? That's the question. MBK wants to open things up in mid, but Pronex is far too sharp on the shot and response. He will go down eventually from Kiyoshima, just with a bit of a wrap. It looks like EnVyUS might actually rotate towards A. Olafmeister, the little trap he sprung, he's not going to come to fruition, but he will try and get a sneaky flank around as EnVyUS hope to use mid to their advantage.
Okay. Envy have the health advantage for sure, but the numbers speak volumes about how Fnatic have played this round. 2 players in middle, and Olaf can hear them both, and he's going to play it smart, not letting them know the information has been gathered, instead turning around and hightailing it back to B in order to provide a backbone for this defense. It's going to be beautiful. Flusher finds one, and there is still Kenny standing. They are all low, but he only has an AWP, not too favorable for him, as he is going to get hunted down, not going to connect the first shot, what would have to have been of many. And that is going to be the second then for Fnatic, primarily off of the M4 work of Flusher, as he acquired 3 in that round. Still JW rather low on the scoreboard. It's kind of unusual to see 1 frag so far for him in the 10 rounds of play.
It's interesting to see as well, the first round that JW would have had an AWP. He actually passed it over to Flusher to take towards mid there. So you can read into that however you want. I don't pretend to be an expert on exactly how Fnatic their inner machinations work, but JW, well, the numbers speak for themselves. He hasn't exactly been the force that he has been in recent times now. EnVyUS, the fan out. Kenny S gets the better of JW yet again. He pushed himself up towards A main, and Kenny S is going to come away with his scalp. This is going to force a smoke from Pronex now. He has a Molotov as well. He can stall, but Happy will be coming from A long as well. You can see him right there, hoping for a little bit of a spray through the door. Kiyoshima takes down Olafmeister on the B side. So many options opening up here for EnVyUS.
This is going to be really, really scary for Fnatic. Just 3 left, and the entirety of the French side still on the hunt. Kenny now gets another chance to take down Pronex, but not going to be taken. As Pronex now dealing with Squeaky and doing well, so well. Doesn't take too much of a beating. Still 72 points of health. His heart still beating very, very clearly. And EnVyUS, they still aren't particularly fussed about where this bomb's going to go. Yes, it is in the hands of Kenny, but still. We have Keo demanding something on B, and in the meantime, Pronax challenges out Kenny again.
Exactly how JW died here, but Crims will still respond on towards Apex. KennyS was hoping to catch a glimpse of him here, but he might just back away from A and work through mid because B's already open. Kiyoshima took down Olofmeister early on, and he's been sitting on that egg. Now's the time to let it hatch. KennyS will bring that bomb to the site. Flusher really has to hot-foot it across to this one. There's already smoke towards the lobby, and Crims is, well, he's still concerned about mid. So EnVyUS able to, you know, really disillusion Fnatic a lot here. They're going to get a clean bomb plant. They're going to sit on this one, and Fnatic are not even going to bother trying.
Yeah, that's the wise choice to make. I think it's going to be keeping themselves not only the weapons, but the armor. Excuse me, I am slowly dying, I think. I think Lauren, I've caught something from Lauren.
Well, I think she got it from me in the first place as well.
Was it you that started? Yeah. You're like patient zero in the office with this.
I'm breeding a super virus and everyone's just catching it off.
I'm not going to lie. It's suddenly become so damn cold in Germany. I have been catching most definitely some sort of sniffles, is the nice way to put it. And we are going to be seeing them safely save. That's going to be all too easy. And Envy getting away as well, just hanging out in what was Kiyoshima's den. He stayed there for the majority of the round over on B. Finally then decided to, as you said, let it hatch and push on in towards that site in order to claim both the plant and the round. 8-2 then the score, as EnVyUS T-side has looked very, very comfortable.
And it seems like EnVyUS have been happy to use Kiyoshima either towards A or B. They're mixing it up. The last few rounds he's been at B and he's been dominating as well. He's 13-3 right now, so he's definitely having the impact that EnVyUS are hoping that he will. They're just trying to let him free on those bomb sites, open things up. The entry frags are coming through thick and fast. And here's KennyS with the AWP yet again. Fnatic with a bit of an odd buy here as well. It's only a P250 for Pronax at this stage.
Okay. Kenny was finding so much action over on towards A main just before. But no, it doesn't look like it's going to be happening this time. The boost from Fnatic is going to be something different, trying to throw something else in towards the mix. And I say that, does look like Envy are going to be trying to follow suit as well, considering that they are not going to be turning their attention towards A after the initial exchange.
Envy they're spending their time quite well here as well. They know that they have a minute or so still, and they're happy to pull away from the A side. If they don't get any gimmick frags there, they don't want to sort of put themselves at risk from, you know, jumping into a set play. But here's Pronax through the smoke in mid. EnVyUS are trying to work through there. The smoke was well placed, and now Flusher will Molotov in towards Checkers, but there's NBK. Great little tag on towards Flusher, but Flusher manages to get one back in response. He gets the kill. Now he's pushing out quite aggressively there, but he has to back up. The smoke's covering up, and JW has to get back as well.
Flusher is so lucky to be alive. Fortunately, Keo does shatter that dream. Happy does the same for Olof as well. As actually Apex connecting a little tag through the smoke. Does actually force JW to push through, and now we find ourselves in a 2 versus 3. JW needs to find more. He's already found one, doubling his score so far in this game. KennyS puts him back in his place, and now it is going to be a 1v3. Crims has health to work with, but I think Happy is going to be caught out here. Now 2 more to find. And Kenny, oh my god, no problem. No cigar. 2 for him in that round. 2 for Keo, and nothing for Fnatic.
Again, JW is struggling to have an impact. He got completely shut down in that round there by KennyS, and he wasn't even like Flusher peeking aggressively, putting himself in quite a dangerous situation. Flusher was quite fortunate. I mean, JW went for the peek towards B main and just got stomped there. And this is very, very hard for Fnatic now. They'd like to use JW as a pivot for him to rotate around as well, and he's just not present for them. Maybe in body, but definitely not in mind right now. And EnVyUS out 7 rounds in front.
How many more can they build on? And again, great pick this time. Flusher is the first to bite the dust. Looks like a second might be soon to follow. It's JW who does get tagged up through the smoke. Of course, this is an unarmored Fnatic. We expect them to fall quite quickly, and they just keep on coming. Olof does manage to find something, which was actually Crims who did it for him. But I mean, Envy, they're in the site. They've got all the frags they need, and now it's just going to be a question of Olof saving the AK and Crims maybe catching someone on the exit.
Oh, there goes Crims down. That's
again.
The spray through the wall. And EnVyUS seem to have that one down to a T at the moment. And it's just Olofmeister left. I mean, I'm going to give credit to Happy there. I don't know how he survived so long in mid against 2 players there. It was only Olofmeister's flank that eventually took him out. But he still got a kill even switching to his pistol there as well. Really impressive stuff from him. And Olofmeister will just take 5 over here at the A site. The bomb is down. It's going to blow up. Fnatic are going to be going down 8 rounds here. Attack pause wouldn't go too wrong here for Fnatic right now. Something is just not clicking for them here. And Olofmeister now just has to sit back and let it happen.
Yeah, something most definitely is a miss from Fnatic. Of course, these guys just playing yesterday And we saw EnVyUS pick up that win in a very strong fashion. I mean, we saw them besting Fnatic. Was it 16-3?
Yeah.
16-3 yesterday.
Yeah, it was 16-3.
16-3 on trade now. I mean, this isn't going to be the same scoreline you would expect once Fnatic do kind of get their teeth into their T side. But EnVyUS already reaching double digits, just 12 rounds in. That's impressive.
I mean, T-side case, I mean, you've got to be happy with yourself here. This is definitely
No doubt.
a great position to be in now as NBK up in towards mid, but Olafmeister has taken out the threat, the menace of Kiyoshima, but NBK finds a header flush and JW will respond, gets 2. He's doubled his frags for the game in this round, and now KennyS will manage to take him out though. Manages to put him down before he becomes too much of an issue, but Happy again, just trying to get some happy taps over on towards Olafmeister, and he is. It's just Pronax and Crims left now as well. Only flashes for them, still armored up, still healthy. And that may be all they need for this one here as they go straight at it from Highway.
Oh, interesting. Going to be a flash from Pronax to try and catch one towards A main, but look at that teamwork. Pronax and Olaf all onto Kenny then as he's going to try and use the smoke to escape, and he does so, just narrowly getting away with his life and the bomb. This round ain't over yet, folks, because he is about to go on, I would expect, a whirlwind mission to be. So do Fnatic. Look, Pronax on the way towards B, but Kenny has other plans. He's going on a creepy, crawly, sneaky mission towards A, and it's going to be him versus Crims, and he's just by the door. I don't think Crims is anticipating this. Oh no!
Oh god.
This could open. Oh! Crims, no way! No! Oh, Pronax sighs as he has to go all the way back towards A. That is so funny as now it's going to be. This could potentially be a 3K for Kenny and bringing the round home for Envy.
The only thing, look, Kenny split Fnatic's 2 players in half purely by stepping back. They didn't know where he was. They thought he could have gone to B. There was a possibility. So Fnatic had to commit one player to that. Split the 2v1 into 2 1v1s and you're golden. Now KennyS up against Pronax. He's on the bomb. KennyS gets it done. What a beautiful clutch from the man. And 10 EnVyUS now 11 rounds to 2. Absolutely stellar stuff.
Yeah, that's going to put Fnatic in a dire situation as well. But you can just see Crims had no idea. He felt like he had this unpredictable angle on Kenny or not. Bomb went in and Pronax fell not too long after. Fantastic stuff there from the AWPer, the all-star AWPer, regarded as one of the best in the world for a very long time.
And you can see it's not just his aim skill, it's his brain as well. Brilliant way to bring that round back. And now Fnatic aggressively pushing towards B main here. Flasher tries his chances there, but he's going to have to back up there. Smoking himself as well. Happy might be pushing in towards Checkers as well. This could get very, very hairy for Fnatic as Pronax is looking for someone, but KennyS finds him. Flasher just gets across the door, and now Happy will take him out.
Yeah, this is a last-ditch excuse me, what is happening to me? A last-ditch effort for Fnatic, and it does seem like that has kind of gone unnoticed by EnVyUS as they are all going to be starting to fall. Apex, oof, hang on a second, does go down, as does NBK. Don't you dare get a third, not too far off it. Kenny is the one to secure it after getting chunked down to just 11. Fnatic invested heavily into that round, so they're going to have to try and do exactly the same thing again, this time with a little more. And they're looking to try and stave off 13. 13, Mitch, in one half. Where is Fnatic and who is this EnVyUS? I mean, this is two days in a row where they've picked up a scoreline like this up against the cream of the crop.
It's just bizarre as well. So much waxing and waning from our top teams in these last couple days. I mean, EnVyUS just coming off a loss there to Na'Vi on train. Now they're just romping over the top of Fnatic. But now Kiyoshima's pushed himself into A. They're now using that cannon, that wrecking ball, should I say, on this part of the map. But Chris will be waiting, and he takes him out. Headshot, but the Famous always going to do the job. Olafmeister backing up into that corner near quad, but NBK chimes in on Crims elsewhere on the map. NBK with his second as well. He's entering this bomb site like an absolute beast. And KennyS, all he has to do is chime in with that shot, and it's just going to be Pronax left. He's coming around from truck. He's got a heck of a lot of work to do, especially with the bomb down and only a Famous in his grip.
Envy then, off the back of a loss against Hellraisers just earlier today, now secure 13 in one half up against Fnatic here on Cash. Astounding start to what could very well be a very short-lived final game. This is, of course, our hot match of the week, and I mean, I don't think many people would have called a scoreline like this on the half. Astounding T-side here on Cash.
We have seen, well, to be fair, we have seen no shortage of very incredible moments. Unfortunately, they haven't really been equally shared between EnVyUS and Fnatic. Fnatic are struggling right now, and the scoreboard tells a heck of a lot of the story as well. We'll be able to see it when we get into our second half. JW, couple of frags coming up there, but they're not through his normal MO, his normal modus operandi, as it were. He's pulling out the CZ, you know, he's pulling out the Mag 7 and getting kills, but his AWP dominance doesn't seem to be present right now. It's Kenny S just going massive. He's definitely been warmed up tonight. He's played a few games. He's feeling super confident. And EnVyUS just seem to be more than happy pillaging their way through the map and taking down Fnatic in these 1v1s.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely been the factor here, is that there's been a lot of challenges from Fnatic. You know, I mean, I just cast my mind back to Pronax challenging Kenny out on main twice before Kenny getting that frag. Maybe a couple of misreads. But either way, here we go. This is a big pistol for Fnatic. If this goes the way of Envy, they will be just 2 away from victory up against the Swedish side of Fnatic. And here we go. Fnatic set themselves up for a big hit on towards A or not. What was that? Oh, wasted dear. Investment. And it looks like one of their smokes is going to land as now Envy prepared to defend. Or I say Envy, just happy lingering in the smoke. And he's found himself a nice little hidey hole. Does see the bomb go down. Don't you dare. If only the smoke was a little closer to that bomb, he could have gone for something, but no. Now 4v4 as the backup has arrived. The cavalry swarms in towards Quad. And look at them, it's a big pile of them. It's a big pile of Fnatic, and it seems to be going back and forth. Now 2v2.
2v2 now, kioShiMa just around the box. Now going to go around the other side of Rent Container and hope just to get a cheeky shot, but JW's here. There's the 1B from kioShiMa. He must get this one shot on towards Crims. He has a Glock in hand. He can spray that one as much as he likes. Time is ticking down. kioShiMa gets it done, and he's got the kid in hand as well. It's a 4K for the man, and that pistol round win from EnVyUS may well have just sealed Fnatic's fate.
Truly beautiful stuff there from kioShiMa. He was the one biding his time as the rest threw their bodies into the site, and yet he nets him 4 kills. He's been outstanding in this game, 19 frags for 5. It's a rarity to see him die so far in this game, and now just 2 more rounds needed for his team. Only one man from Fnatic has actually breached the 10 kill figure, and that's going to be Crims. And now we're going to be seeing what Fnatic can do here in this round. This is an important round for them. You've seen how heavily they've invested. Look at those nades, Molotovs, everything they can possibly bargain to try and cut them down here on A.
Much more into utility than into firepower. Here you can see they've all got armor, they've all got nades, trying to stall or break the way towards these sides here. But Apex is always there. From Rafters, takes down Crims. A lot of smoke towards A main. Fnatic, they have to commit to this one, and they will. Olafminer goes towards MBK. Pronax is going to get taken down. The P90 of Kenny S is going to wreak absolute havoc on Fnatic, and it's just JW left now with a CZ and a bit of smoke to obscure him as he backs away in towards Squeaky. He runs for his life.
It's a nice molly just to try and keep EnVyUS warm as they acquire their 15th. And then it all came down to this, as cliched as it may be. Fnatic only picking up 2 rounds, and now look at their money. This could very well be another, almost a repeat of what happened yesterday over in Face It. 16 is so damn close for Envy, and such a pipe dream for Fnatic at this point. And the French, look at their buy as well. A couple of SMGs to try and shred through Fnatic. It's all they can kind of cobble together, it seems.
Fnatic have won 5 rounds against EnVyUS in these last 2 games that we've seen from them here. Oh, Olafmeister gives us a bit of magic on towards Apex in mid, but will it be enough? I mean, it's definitely not a well-armed force here for Fnatic, but Olaf is still going to take charge of mid, work his way up, and see what Fnatic can sort of transition into from this play.
Olaf trying to find a second, but MPK, whoa, from a distance. The world is blue and green, or rather a whole lot more bluer for the EnVyUS boys. Now, though, they just have 3. It's going to be a question of what NBK can continue to do with this MP9, or rather this, it seems like a sniper P9. And the bomb from Fnatic is on the way towards A. It's 1 man to receive him. It is happy. Let's see if he's going to be laughing now.
JW backing away in towards lobby, couple shots towards him from A, but he manages to escape unscathed. And Fnatic have players at A long as well. Has he just sold the fake here on behalf of Fnatic? Happy turns around the last minute. He's a truck now. Not a great position to defend this site from, and Fnatic have been let onto this one. Pronax is going to get the plant down easily enough, and JW will be the aggressor here. A truck, will he go down? No! He's got the P90. He takes down MBK and Happy, and that's what Fnatic needed. They're digging their claws in. They're digging their heels in, and they may just be able to keep themselves in this one.
Yeah, this should be the 3rd then for Fnatic, and you can see how much damage is being done. Look at them, they're all so low. He's going to throw paper clips at them to finish, and he's only going to find 1 with the USP trying to back away. Keo has then to add a couple of extra kills to his collection, but that is going to be Fnatic battling for survival. 21 frags now for Keo, as Pronax and Crims escape the premises to try and keep those weapons and that armor alive. And they are going to require that as well. So Fnatic pick up their 3rd, and EnVyUS not quite going to be finishing this game just yet.
No, it was well played by them as well. I think purely I think purely JW showing around mid, I think it was Highway, and actually making, and they sold the fake essentially as well, with 3 players of Fnatic ready to push on towards A. And by the time I think it was Happy knew what was going on, he was back at truck. He wasn't able to stop that push onto the site. But now Fnatic, with 3 rounds, they've at least managed to get themselves some guns, despite losing some players, but this will be important. Obviously, every round from here is important here. JW has lifted it in a big way. I've got to give him credit for that, but will the rest of Fnatic lift with him?
Look at that aggression straight towards Speaky, trying to catch an early pick on towards the A side, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. But then again, Fnatic are flooding in. They are just trying to take control, and they will do just that. 2 members down, make it 3, as Flusher is going to collect the head of Apex. But damage was done in return, and Envy, they're not out of this one. It's going to be, oh, maybe now, Kenny. Caught by JW, but Keo bites back with 1 to Flusher. Now it's a question of how much he wants to do in this round, and with the bomb down, I think he realizes that his hopes are starting to dwindle, and instead he's going to go ahead and just make sure the B site's all in order. Yeah,
I mean, EnVyUS go to Eco after this round. Fnatic managing to steal a couple away from them, and EnVyUS buying aggressively, as they are known to do, to try and finish this one off. So tenacity being demonstrated here from Fnatic, managing to hold on, digging their claws in on the cliff edge here. It's not bad. This is how you do it. 1 by 1, Fnatic hope to stack a few more rounds together. Hiroshima will also go down to Olive, and that's another gun taken away. EnVyUS could have had that next round. They're definitely on hard eco. Yeah, that's going to be a rough one. They are going to probably just try and acquire that bomb plant, if anything. Going then into this one, we are seeing a couple of armor buys. I think that makes it very clear that it's going to be the double eco. Going for that force, and then into this one, just equipping themselves as best they can for what could hopefully be the final round for Envy. Not, though, for Fnatic, as they want to take this all the way. It would truly be something of legend to pick up a comeback of this capacity. 15-3 was the score. I'm going to write that down just in case things go rather crazy. When Fnatic is in the driver's seat, you can never be too sure. Especially when they've got so many rounds to make up here. Definitely possible for this team now, as Crims quick glance towards the boost spot, just in case EnVyUS were going to go for any sort of weird stacks toward mid and try and take them off guard, but they have stacked A. That's where the bomb's going right now. Pronax opens the door, and he opens it up on Kenny. We'll get that first kill on towards him, but it's just bit by bit here. They know EnVyUS probably aren't armed all that well, and Apex is just going to be forced away from Forklift here as well, and back off as Olafmeister picks him up. Where do you go from here is the question. Keo, MBK, and Happy then, after losing 2 early players. This investment into the round has not really netted them anything yet. No reward, and I think actually as MBK does start to push on Highway, he's going to kind of miss out on all the action. Over towards A. In the meantime, you can see Happy and Flusher about to have a little bit of a dance. Happy right behind the box there. Flusher has a good idea of exactly where he's going to be here. And with Fnatic start to apply a little bit more of this weight to their plate to this bomb side, and with Olafmeister opening things up here as well, that was Happy going down at B as well. So Fnatic, what's on for young and old now? They're going to get this bomb down, and MBK, there's no reason to really sit back, see if he can get some guns out of the hands of Pronax. Will be his first target. He does get him. Great shot towards the head. Seeing so much classy deagle work from these guys. Flusher will expend the rest of his clip to finish the round. Some gymnastics from MBK. I'm sure there's some fancy name for that one. It's a compromising position if I've ever seen one. That was yoga. That's what he was. He was limbering himself up for the next round. Aligning his chakras, as exactly, it were. Yeah. I'm sure there's some other words around yoga. But either way, 15-5. Is this really about to happen? Or are we about to see Envy pick up the win? So much of a comeback needed in this round. Or sorry, excuse me, in this game. This round, no exception. As it's time to see what they can do with just a couple of art pistols and some armor. No one's shocked to see the double eco here from EnVyUS. They've got such a bank of rounds to work with here. But Olafmeister having to back away. Great aggression from Apex to take the gun out of his hands and take him out of the round. But now what? Kiyoshima shot towards Crims. Crims will get the better with that AK. Or the Deagle was threatening, and there's Crims with a second. Kenny, yes, he's just going to pile on him with the rest of his teammates. And that's Fnatic players being taken down. Rifles being handed over to EnVyUS. Kenny has one. There should be another one to come of that last kill. But Happy again has to just sort of chill on this bomb site for a second as Fnatic are coming through. But Kenny, yes, takes down JW. Here's a push on. Pronax will be able to take down Happy, but it's a 2v1 situation. Pronax is on his own. He's got the bomb. That is something. He goes for the fake, and MBK will descend the stairs. Pronax may try and pull out of B completely here. This will leave EnVyUS completely mystified for at least the moment, but there's only 45 seconds left. And yes, Alex, that's enough to work with. That's enough for Pronax to get to A. But Fnatic were looking honestly, in context of this round, so dominant till just now.
EnVyUS spent so little on this round and they've found so much. This could very well be the end for Fnatic. 30 seconds and counting, and Pronax is still going full Sam Fisher, stealth mode through middle, desperately.
Ooh.
Hang on a second. I was going to say trying to get the bomb down on A. He hasn't quite got the perfect read, expecting a presence on A, and so instead he could come into contact with both of them. This is so beautiful! Oh no! Oh not! He had the perfect lineup, and it is not going to be enough. Pronax, two heads just staring him down. It's not going to be that exciting in the end, is it? It's going to be Envy then, who pick it up in beautiful fashion. That's going to be another outstanding victory for the French.
Absolutely brilliant stuff there from Envy actually in that game. Great start to it, and then at the end as well. Got a little bit lucky there. I think Pronax was trying to set up the cheeky little drag, but unfortunately, he wasn't able to get onto head of that first play, and that definitely, well, I mean, definitely a bit of a fluff there as well, and that I feel like is a bit metaphorical for Fnatic over these last couple of days.
Yeah, so 16-4 at the end of that one, or did they get the 5th?
I think it was the 5th round.
They did pick up the 5th, okay.
They double ecoed.
Yeah, you're right, because they did went in with the pistols. But, I mean, everything said and done, we have seen Fnatic now two games in a row. I think it's been very clear on Twitter as well that Flusher was especially voicing his opinion, saying that they're not quite happy. A bit of a hellish couple of days. Bit of frustration, I think, when you go into these games expecting easy wins. And I mean, we've seen a whole lot of that today. Penta against Na'Vi. Na'Vi probably went into that one with you'd expect some air of confidence. And we may as well go ahead and just recap what you guys have missed. Right from the top, it was that game on Cash. And I mean, Na'Vi looked like they were going to start well, and then it was the Na'Vi Cash experience.
Absolutely. Penta came out of the gates so strong on that one as well. The first time we've seen them here in the ESL ESEA Pro League Season 2, we gave them time, of course, to put their team together after they made some changes. But, I mean, having Tarsin be in the lineup, Spitty as well, both of them with excellent individual performances and really helped get Penta over the line. And it doesn't really seem like Na'Vi ever really managed to get going in that game.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was a debut for Tarsin as well. That was exciting for me. Kind of catching glimmers of his name over in the Meisterschaft. Of course, we saw them battling with Mouse Sports over at Gamescom. But other than that, now this is real chance in real international Counter-Strike here in the bowels of Penta. Looking forward to seeing how far they develop and if they can kind of do best with that name, considering that Penta always a team that's been in the Pro League and towards the majors in the past. But how much can they really show? They've always been towards the lower echelons, really, as of late in CSGO. Now, though, we have to talk about what happened to Na'Vi in our second game up against Titan.
It was Titan versus Na'Vi, one that we thought with Titan struggling on Overpass so much last night that they just really would have the same experience, but we were definitely quite surprised, actually, to see the Titan were a force to be reckoned with that one. And actually got the upset. We'll call it that for the sake of this discussion.
Yeah.
And Na'Vi just looked like they absolutely struggled as well. I think it was Seized having a very tough time in that game. I think particularly a few players weren't firing up there, and it was close towards the end. We started to sort of see some signs of a resurgence from Na'Vi. But Titan closed it out 16-13.
Yeah, and our third game as well, Na'Vi's third test of the night. And this one, they most definitely did pass. Up against EnVyUS, the team we just saw beat Fnatic 16-5. And they do manage to best them over on train 16-13. And of course, the final game you did just catch, or if you did just miss it, fear not, you will be able to catch that. And all the information over on theScore eSports as well, with that being their hot match. Articles are galore for that one. And I mean, what are they going to have to say about that? Fnatic falling, just acquiring 5 rounds. And I'm a little concerned that we're going to be starved for crazy Counter-Strike now. We've just been spoiled with 2 days of crazy Counter-Strike action. And of course, there is more to come, both on NA side of things later on this evening, as well as tomorrow. We're going to be bringing you more EU games. 3 games on the way tomorrow. At least I've assumed 3 games. I think I've written... We have 4, okay. Yep. News is we have an extra game. But still, you can see we're going to be starting with Titan TSM over on Cobble. That's going to be cool. I can't wait to see how TSM kind of hold up to, well, the TSM, or rather the Titan that just beat Na'Vi.
Absolutely. I think that'll be an interesting game. TSM looking strong. I mean, a lot of our stats tonight actually we're bringing up is like, yeah, Na'Vi lost to TSM on this map. Oh, actually, EnVy lost to TSM on this map as well. They're that team, another one of those teams that are in that top echelon between 2nd and 4th. All those teams are 5-2. So we're now going to start to see things spread out a little bit. We're now starting to see like placings start to be established. and it'll be good to see TSM hit the battlefield as well in those first couple games.
Yeah, getting to see a bit more of mouse sports as well, so that's exciting. That is about wrap it up for today's show, though, guys. Do be sure to tune in to twitch.tv/ESEA over for those guys as well. And a quick reminder about the theScore eSports application to catch up on what you may have missed in today's games, or what you may very well be missing this evening over in North America. We hope to see you guys again tomorrow for more CSGO. For now, goodbye.